Okay, so in the last meeting that we tackled is about distinguishing incoming and outgoing mails, and they have different steps, no, including the handling, okay, the incoming and outgoing mails. But we haven't finished it yet, so we will continue our discussion. So konting lang tayo, konting review lang tayo. So mga ibang steps na ano ba yung mga steps natin sa handling incoming mails. So we have the sorting. Ibig sabihin you are sorting the different mails that you receive in the office, whether it is important, whether it is an urgent, whether it is not an urgent, whether it is a mail weighted by your managers or supervisors. And then opening the mail, we already discussed the different tools, no, in how to open these different mails and where this mail going to, okay, or addressing to, no, to either they are for managers, other departments, or other matters or concern people within the organizations or business. Reviewing the contents, we kasi there are some mails, no, that have different packages, no. Yung mga packaging niya, merong mail na may kalakip na pera, merong mail na kalakip is cheque, at meron ding mga mail na kalakip is iba't ibang mga merchandise, no, that the other company or business are sharing, no, or mailing to our specific company or business. And then we also have the date and time stopping. So but the importance of date and time stopping is for you to identify what date that the letter is being arrived to the company, especially if there are legal matters, no, connected to that kind of letter. No, so kaya importante na meron tayong date and time stopping. Anong araw at anong oras dumating yung mail papunta sa company ninyo. So kailangan meron kayong ganyan. And then of course, we will proceed to our routing. Okay, so routing tayo. Okay, so guidelines when presenting a mail. Asan na ba yun? Ayan, ito pa rin pala tayo sa date and time stopping bago tayo pumunta sa routing. Okay, so we have sleep. No, this sleep is very important when we are sending or routing our letters, no, our mails. Okay, that you have the routing slip, the title of that slip. Okay, and then addressing to, okay, the person concerned to the mail, the date and the message, whether it's an urgent, important, or came from other company, and then signature of the sender, which is ito yung signature na pinipirmahan ng ating mga postman, no, yung ating mga nagdi-deliver, okay, na mga tao. Okay, so we will proceed in the guidelines when preparing the mail for presentation. So it means that you are when the mail are already in your place, you are now preparing it to present the different mails, okay, to a different people or department in the company. Ayan, may chat box, may chat. Good afternoon po. May attendance po ba? Yes, Naomi. Maya-maya yung attendance natin. Kasi ilan pa lang tayo, no? Okay, many executives are hard-pressed for time to read, okay, comprehend, and react to everything that is find its way to their desk. A secretary can help their boss or digest the materials by highlighting important facts. To do things, she needs to develop the ability to scan, underline, meaningfully, annotate, and preview. Okay, so how do we scan the mail? Okay, scanning means reading something quickly in order to grasp the important points when you scan, no? Scan, it doesn't mean that you are using the scanner in the printer. No, it is a personal way of opening the letter and then scanning right through, not reading the details, but scanning the data or the information in the mail. Okay, and give full attention to what you read, keeping in mind these questions. What are those questions? Wait lang, nawala yung mga questions. Okay, it is where, asan yung mga questions ko? Wait lang. Alam ko may ano eh. Sure sign is pause. Ayan. Wait lang, nandito yun eh. Ano yung mga sinare natin? Ayan, so nawala na tayo. Hindi ko siya na na-save kanina. Okay, ano yung mga kailangan natin nasa isipan natin when we are opening a mail? Okay? Ano yung mga kailangan natin na nasa isip natin? Okay? Number 1 is ayan. What is the subject of the letter? If the subject is addressing to the manager, if the letter is addressing to some department, then ilalagay mo yun doon. Okay, for that question. So i-note mo yan that this letter is for a specific person or department. What are the facts? Okay, what are the intention of the letter? Okay, it is informing the manager, informing the company, or it's just a letter of their personal accounts. Okay, and then what problems are raised? What problems are raised? Okay, within the letter. For example, di ba, when you are opening the Meralco, what is the main headline or headings that you are looking? The price of Meralco bill. Okay, so that's how you scan that's how you scan the mail, no? Ano yung problem, ano yung cause, ano yung dahilan, bakit pumapasok dyan yung mail o bakit may mail dyan? Ano ang intention? Okay, ano ang problema, no? Kung bakit nag-send sila ng mail. It is just a partnership, a promotion of materials, or it is an urgent document that your boss is waiting. Okay, what action is desired? Okay, it is action desired is kapag urgent, kailangan mabasa ba agad ng manager or ni boss? O kaya kapag are talking to different other people, okay, ilalagay mo siya for the routing slip. Okay, no? And what are materials needed to make the necessary action? So ano ba yung materials na kailangan? Ano may tinutukoy itong materials needed to make action? Ito yung mga paraphernalias within the mail na kung saan ipe-present mo yon, no? Kasi kapag nakita mo may mail, may letter, tapos binuksan mo yung box, sample lang, no? And then you find every tools or supplies or anything that you found in the box, no? Anong action ang pwede mong gawin? Ano ba, pagbukas mo na ba ng box, hindi pamimigay mo na sa mga katrabaho mo, or you need to show it to your boss first before you take an action for it. Okay, so that's the first, that is the different ano yan? That you need to keep in mind, no? When you are scanning a mail. Okay? So next natin, we go tayo with okay. So next natin is underlining after you scanned an item, have grasped its major ideas, underline the important points, who, when, what, where, and why the communication is underlined only in the keywords or phrases. Ito yung pagbukas muna ng letter, kasi nga di ba, ano na yung mga kailangan mong alamin doon sa letter, sa mail, no? Yung mga addressing to, yung problems, yung intentions. So i-highlight mo ngayon yon. Okay? Or underlining, you are using pens or markers, or sometimes the brand is Stravelo na ginagamit natin, highlighter, no? That's how you make to focus, no? Pag binuksan ni boss yung ni manager yung mail, makikita niya agad ano yung intention ng letter by underlining those informations within the mail. And annotating. After the scanning the letter, the underlining the important points, you are ready to annotate. Okay, annotate, it means that you are making a notes. no, in the underline that you are, ano yun, yung ginawa ninyo, prepare mong mga underlining, you are noting. This is addressing to, this is for this person, this is for the finance, this is for the accounting, this is for the managers, this is for directors, this is for yung mga ganong tinatawag na annotate, which is we are using different notes na kulay na mga notepad, no, na kung anong kulay man yung notepad na desired ninyo within the office, no? Okay? Na nakikita agad, napapansin agad. Okay? And make annotation on your calendar. Ibig sabihin, you are also make a practice of noting on your calendar and on your tickler, okay, file anything that requires to follow up. Then your employer is relieved of any concern in that matters. Okay, so siyempre dahil ikaw nga yung nagbubukas ng mail, so ikaw yung una nakaka-receive ng information, okay, within the mail. And then if that mail content for a follow-up, then you need to you need to prepare your calendar and then you note, no? Kailan mo ipa-follow up yung tawag, o kaya kailangan ma-inform siya si manager tapos nakalimutan ni manager or ni boss na bumalik sa'yo to have a response for the specific mail. So you are the one, you are responsible, no, to follow up it to your manager, and then babalikan mo na siya, tatawagan mo na ulit yung nagpadala ng mail. Okay, so that's how you do it. Okay, next. Okay, present the mail, guidelines when presenting the mail. Ito na. Presenting the mail to your boss according to its priorities. Okay, ano ba yung mga priorities, Rachel? Nakikita kita naglalakad. Ayan. Okay, present this mail to your boss according to its priorities. Okay, ano ba yung mga priorities ni boss? Siyempre, ikaw yung mismo makakaalam nun, no? Kung ano mga priorities ni boss na letter or mail na gusto niyang matanggap na agad-agad or may urgence. You may place it in basket on his desk. Okay, if the letter is not too important, okay, you put in the basket. But when the mail is important, you need right then and then show it or present it to your manager or boss. Okay, or you may put in a folder marked incoming calls or incoming mails and place it in a conspicuous spot in his desk. Ibig sabihin nyo madaling makita. You may use a pocket organizer, okay, for preparing mail with separate packets for various categories of mail. Usually mga ano to ito yung pwede kang gumamit ng folio, mga ganyan, no? Kaya usually yung clear book. Pero we have a better, the company has a better way, okay, or tools, no, in how to make a pocket organizer. Be sure you protect the mail from untoward eyes or reversing the top letter on the stock. Okay, ito na yung mga magtatamper ng letter. Okay, kasi kapag yung mga mail na to is very important and very what you call this ano tawag nito? Private, no? No person is allowed to open or to see that letter. Only you and your manager or boss. Okay, kasi kapag nakita yan, probably there are causes or problem will arise like tampering the letters or kagaya ng sinasabi dito, binire-reverse, no, yung mga letter para malito or magulo ka na or magulo din si manager or si boss. Okay? When presenting the mail for action, try to anticipate what information your employee will need. Okay? It can be previous correspondence like yung mga previous na daw na mga letters or mails, okay, connected to, okay, to the current mail na na-receive niya ngayon, or certain background information which sometimes required a telephone call to another department and a few questions or requests for data. Okay, for example, that you are presenting a mail that it connects to the other departments, no? Kailangan you do your research, no? Hindi lang basta magpe-present ka na ng mail, dapat alam mo rin kung ano yung i-present mong data or information. Kasi nga nakita mo na yung mail Nakita mo na yung box or nakita mo na yung details o yung letter. All you have to do is to present it, yung parang i-present mo siya immaculately, parang ganun, perfect na maayos, no? Okay, na ganong klaseng mail. Ayan. Baka mamaya mawala na kayo pag nagsulat na, pag nag-ano na kayo ng attendance, ha? Bigla na kayong mawala. Okay. O yun, 24 na lang tayo. Nasasad ako kasi from 50 naging 24. I don't know why. Am I not effective teacher? Kasi bakit parang pumupunti kayo? Ayan, for sa mga nagre-reply ng ating ng ating lecture, ha. Sa mga nagre-reply, make sure that you are comment in the nagko-comment kayo dun sa video na pinapanood ninyo, no? Okay, so next natin is guidelines when presenting the mail. Okay, next. Okay, we'll proceed to processing the mail during the employer's absence. Ito naman yung, ano naman ang gagawin mo kapag absent naman yung iyong boss or manager. Okay, number one, ang gagawin mo is because of the business executive frequently travel. Alam natin yan na ang mga manager or boss ay nagka-travel to expand their business and to make connections to other people, especially abroad. Okay, their secretaries must often handle the mail several days before their employers return. The secretaries take care of much of the routine correspondence themselves. Other letters and memos can be referred to people within the organizations for an action. Some executive ask certain important items be forwarded to them. For example, like na-receive mo yung mail, wala yung boss mo, wala yung manager mo, pero there are some details na kailangan inform siya na dumating na yung letter, especially if those mails are waiting, iniintay ng boss mo, ng manager. If that letter is being presented or being sent, okay, to the company, it is your duty, to inform, your boss or manager that the letter that you're expecting is already arrived, in the company or business enterprise. Okay. Next is you check the itinerary when then send a copy of material to address at which is the most likely to reach your boss. Send only a photocopy. Keep the original unless it's requested by your boss. Okay, if your boss is outside the country, you make sure the itinerary. When you say itinerary, it is the flow or the sequence, of the travel activity. Now, that's what you call itinerary. If your boss is in Hawaii, then you check whether the mail is important. So you scan it, you send it a photocopy of the letter unless the boss or the manager to those, for example, matagal siya sa company, mag-stay siya, matagal siya sa ibang bansa at mag-stay siya for about 2 months. If kaya ng carrier i-send yung mail, okay, sa kung saang bansa man siyang pupunta, then pwede. Okay, pwede niyong gawan niyo ng paraan para masan sa kanya yung hard copy kasi nga usually mga ganun yung mga signatory, mga signatures like that. Okay, some matters can wait for employers to return, but correspondence received while the boss is away should be acknowledged in the meantime. You can send a brief note saying this is a sample letter. Dear Mr. Gonzalez, we received your letter on November 10th. Wait in the office a few days. I shall bring your letter to attention as soon as she or he returns. Sincerely yours, blah, blah, blah. So that's how you respond, to the mail that being sent to you. Okay, sample yan, ng response na pwede mong gawin, okay, kapag mag-send back ka ng intention ng letter sa mga nag-send sa boss mo. 4 is most salaries keep a correspondence digest of the mail they have handled so that their employers will know just what happened during their absence. For instance, if you have taken care for a matter yourself, make a record of your actions. Also put an all mail that your employer is to see in 3 folders marked important, to be read, or for information only. Okay, which is later you will see the different filing, after this discussion, filing tayo, papasok tayo sa filing. So, isang trabaho din ng secretary yung pagpa-file. Okay? So, medyo may mga highlights na medyo mayroon na tayong glimpse, in the future discussion natin. Handling spatial citation. Okay, itong special citation na to, ito yung mga merong concerns, no? Sabi dito is the foregoing materials concerned than the normal business mail addressed to your employer. However, there will be times when you receive mail that is unsolicited or that is not for your boss. You should know what to do in each of these situations. So ito yung mga mail na dumating na hindi naman connected with your boss or manager. Okay, refusing mail. Okay, kailangan ba tanggap tayo ng tanggap? Hindi. Dapat marunong din tayo mag-refuse. You know? Marunong din tayo mag-say no. Okay, hindi dapat laging mabait. No? There are two kinds of mail that the secretary or does not accept. Okay. Number one is if a letter or package arrived that requires signature from the receiver. Ibig sabihin, registered, certified, or insured mail, and it has been sent to the wrong address. The secretary refuses to accept it because the mail is then redirected by the post office to the proper address without the cost to the secretary's company. If the mail is not addressed to the company, that's the time you will refuse the mail. Second, the other type of mail is usually merchandise that is not been ordered but that has been sent with you, the hope that the receiver will be induced to pay for it. Typical items might be small books, address labels, key rings, and similar merchandise of relatively little value. The receiver is obliged to pay for such items or returns. Either such materials can be released in the original envelope and marked return to the sender. Okay, ito naman yung natawag natin na ng mga mail na kung saan when you receive it, the company are required to pay. No, that kind of mail. Ayun yung mga intention mail na pag na-unseal mo yung yung letter, all you have to do is to pay it. The company will pay that kind of mail. So kailangan alam niyo rin kung paano mag-refuse, no, ng ating mail. Ngayon kapag nabuksan mo siya, what's the second action that you need to apply? Okay? Sabi niya, okay? Sabi dito, the receiver is obliged to pay for the such item or return. Either such material can be released in the original envelope and marked return to the sender. Okay, that's how you refuse the mail. Return to sender. Meron kayong stamp pad na gagamitin, return to the sender. Okay, that's how you refuse the mail. Okay, next, forwarding mail. Okay, ito naman yung mga mail na receive mo sa company mo and then you forward it to different peoples or departments. A secretary who receives the mail concerns someone not with the company's tries to see that that is directed to its proper designation or return to the sender. Okay, so yan yung trabaho natin, no? Okay, pag na-receive natin yung mail, okay, so send natin to someone, okay, with the company related to the company. Okay, if the mail is addressed to someone who has never been with your organization, you write not known at this address. Okay, that's how you respond to the mail. When you know where the person can be reached, for example, a former employee, for example, cross out the incorrect address and write in the correct one before putting them into outgoing mail. Okay, ito na yung ilalabas na yung mga mails ninyo, no? If alam nyo kung saan i-reach out yung mga former employee, no, ng inyong company. If kapag hindi nyo alam, then you are not obliged, no, to put the specific address, okay, of the person, okay, former colleagues ninyo sa katrabaho. Next natin is mail for employee can be given to the person now holding that position. Okay, you can take the name from the return address and mail the contents company business and would be transferred to a new person. Okay, if the person is not new employee, okay, in the right designation of the mail, then you will just simply return the address if the mail and what? Okay, you can you can take the name, no, of the new person who will receive the mail. Okay, so that the company business will be transferred, no, to a new person. This is to address a new person. Okay. In forwarding a mail, again, first-class mail and airmail weigh under 8 ounces. Can be forwarded without charge. Especially delivery to other classes of mail require payment of additional postage if they are to be forwarded using special delivery. Ito yung mga babayaran na, if ever na may babayaran tayo, pero sinabi niya, if first-class mail, okay, so wala siyang babayaran, okay, yung mga makaka-receive ng mail na ng babayaran, okay, if under 8 ounces. Pag sinabing 8 ounces, usually, ito yung mga wala pang 1 kilo. Yan, mga wala pang 1 kilo yung yung bigat, no? Okay, so pwede siyang i-forward without any charge ng pag-receivean mo, okay, na company. Pero if other required a payment, then inform mo, no? Si business or company na when you receive the mail, you need to pay specific charge amount. Or else, ikaw mismo yung magbabayad or your company will pay, okay, for the charge of the mail. If you happen to open the letter that's not for you, that's not for you, it's not for your boss, okay, what will you do? If this happened, insert the letter into its original envelope and seal it clear and type, clear tape right on the top envelope or on the flap, open by mistake, then sign your name. Okay, so preparing for presentation, okay, presenting the mail and insert the letter into its original envelope. Okay, clear tape right on top. Para yun na yung ano. Yun na yung mga process natin. Mukhang naka-copy ata na nagkamali ata. Okay, so that will be the end of the slide. Okay, so for the incoming and outgoing mail. Okay, now we will proceed for the next next topic. Okay, so this is the last topic that we had. Okay, in our new LMS. All you have to do is to wait for your further announcements in your new LMS. Okay, fundamentals in office procedure, learning outcomes, identify different kinds of filing system, apply the indexing rules of filing, and participate actively in the activities. Okay, so these are your objective or learning outcomes. Okay, our first point is kind of filing system. But before we go with the different kinds of filing system, let us first define, no, what is filing system or how this filing system is important, no, to be efficient, no, in your job or duties. Okay, let us first define by Cambridge Dictionary. It is the way that documents and files are organized on a computer or in a office. So those are documents and files that are organized. Okay. By CIA Dictionary, state that policies or procedures directing how files should be stored and indexed in order to ensure their retrieval, use, and disposition. And explained by Lexico Oxford, a method for organizing and storing documents or information using a digital filing system. Reduces the office space needed to store the paper. So those are different meaning of a filing system. Okay, so next natin is the first kind or different kinds. Now we will go to different kinds of filing system. Number one is alphabetic name file, which is by name of individual organizations. Records that are referred to by name of an individual organization or organization can be arranged by the name in its strict alphabet sequence. Correspondence from individual representing an organization should be arranged under the name of the organization. As you can see in the picture, no, Ackerman, Donna, Adkis, Betty. So it is alphabetically arranged, okay, by the name, okay, whether it is individual or organization. That's the first kind, no, of filing system. When you are filing the picture, example, mag-duty na kayo, no, you know, you can apply this to minimize, no, to make it organized, you know, ordered, di ba? Order siya, ganyan. So you can use this this point. Okay, the next one is alphabetic subject title or by subject. Okay, records which are referred to by the subject matter they contain should be arranged alphabetically by the subject title or caption. Okay, all records on particular subjects should be kept together in as much as each related fits somewhere to complete a story. Okay, ito naman yung nagpa-file ka naman ng based on the subject. For example, recipe, tax receipt, recipes, tax receipt, letters, bank statement, and medical. So nakalagay siya sa specific file, no? Na pag once na connected with the recipes, all you have to do is to pick, no, that file, or and you will see different recipes. Okay, tax receipts. When you are looking for the receipts that are need to be taxed, no, all you have to do is to pull, okay, the tax receipt subject. Okay, that's how you file, no, documents based on alphabetic subject title. Next, kinds of filing system: alphabetic location file or by geographical location. Ito naman yung ginagamit siya, okay, based on the region, okay, based on the location niya. Okay, records which are referred to by geographic location should be alphabetically arranged by location name, which may be country or region, province, city, municipality, barrio, or barangay. As you can see in the picture, Adams F, account blah blah blah, territory northeast or northeast. Douglas P, account number blah blah blah, territory west coast. Okay, so naka-ano siya, naka-arrange siya. Okay, next. Oh, ba't napunta dito? Ay, ba't nag-forward? Wait lang, marami pa tayong discussion dun eh. Okay. So next natin is by numeric file. Ito naman yung gumagamit tayo ng number, okay, assigned to a record. Okay, record which are identified by numbers assigned to them and are referred to by their respective numbers should be arranged in numerical sequence. A numerical file is often used for the records pertaining to bank checks, invoice, insurance policies, presidential decrees, tax declaration, and the like. Okay, like example ng ating file na nakikita natin, naka-numerical file system siya. Okay? Next. Okay, chronological file. Ito naman yung based on the date and time, okay, of the records. Okay, which records to which primary references is made by the date of the record should be filed. Chronological in order of time, either by year, months, or days. As reference indicates, the chronological filing system simply arranges materials according to its time sequence. That is month or weeks or its main division with the days for subdivisions. For example, sa inyo, ang filing system natin sa GIST is chronological. Actually mix siya. Chronological and arranged by names. Okay? Chronological kasi naka-reserve sa inyong mga branches yung inyong mga FO1 na tinatawag natin or the student information, which is you will be giving a brown envelope and you will keep the different records of the students. Okay? Habang nandito siya sa nag-aaral sa JST, no? So it is arranged chronologically. So ibig sabihin, yung year, kung kailan ka nag-graduate, naka-arrange siya. For example, graduate ka ng 1994, 2010, 2015, naka-file siya chronologically. But naka-arrange din siya alphabetically. Okay, para hindi malito yung kukuha ng file. Okay, so ganun yung arrangement ng filing system ng GIST. So sample ko lang po yan. Okay, next. Okay, next natin is rules for filing. Ayan. The rules for filing may vary slightly from businesses based on the specific needs of organizations. The Association of Records Managers and Administrators, Administrators Incorporated, like ARMA, has set forth rules that are designed to help the office professional perform his job effectively. The rules are compatible with the ARMA's simplified filing standard rules and specific filing guidelines. Okay, so example natin, makikita nyo mamaya yung mga sample ng ARMA's, okay, na filing system sa modern alphabetic index. Okay, for example, kagaya nakikita nyo ngayon sa picture, no, naka-identify siya kung saan siya napapabilang na file, like personal ba, insurance ba, financing ba, or dental medical. Okay, so they have the first rule. Ito yung rules ng ARMA's. Bakit nasa 5 na naman ako? Bakit rule number 7? Tumatalon siya. Okay, we go tayo with rule number 1. Okay, rule number 1. Sorry, medyo nawawala yung file na pupunta ko saan. Okay, rule number 1. Okay, indexing order of units. Number 1, personal names. Personal names is indexed in order like surname, first name, or initial, or middle name or initial. If it is difficult to determine the surname, the name is indexed as written. All punctuation is omitted, and a unit consisting of just an initial precedes a unit that consists a complete name beginning with the same letter. In filing, the general rule to follow in all indexing, nothing comes before something. As you can see in the picture, the file segment is personal names. So it starts with the first name, okay, their initial, and then their last name. In index order of units, as you can see, okay, mauuna yung surname, unit 2 is the first name, and the unit 3 are the middle initial or middle name. That's how you use the index. Okay, so rule number 1, indexing order of units by a personal names. Okay, next. Rule number 1 pa rin tayo, by business names. Business names are indexed as written using the letterheads or trademarks as guides. Each word in a business name is a separate unit. Business names containing personal names are indexed as written. For example, Ed Monaghan Photography. Okay, Ed Monaghan Photography. Manahan Magnati Corporation. Monarch Electric Service Co. This is how you index the unit. Key unit is the first, okay, the first word, and the second unit will be the second word of the company or business, and the third unit is the third word of the company or business, and the unit 4 is the type of the corporation, whether it is a corporation or incorporated or LTD, limited partnership or partnership. Doon siya nakalagay sa unit 4 or sa pinaka-last unit. Okay, that is the rule indexing order by business names. Next, rule number 2, minor words and symbols in the business names. Articles, preposition, conjunctions, and symbols are considered as separate indexing unit. Symbols are spelled in full. When the word "the" appears in the first word, the business name, it's considered as the last indexing unit. Okay, so we have different examples like filing segment, At the Point Grocery, Citron and Medina Corporation, the Miller Corporation. So the first keynote that we are using is at, Citron, and Miller. Bakit hindi "the" ang ginamit natin? Kasi that is the first word of the business considered as the last indexing unit. Kasi hindi siya owner business names. Okay? Kasi parang the, pag sabi mong the kasi, it is the, ano tawag dun sa names? Ano tawag dun? Sa the, pag sa corporation, sa business names. Auxiliary. Ayan. So, ibig sabihin, it's just to emphasize, no, the word or to modify the word. Okay, kaya hindi natin pwedeng gamitin as the first key unit ang the. Okay? So, kasi, pero ang at kasi specific kasi yan. Okay? Specific kaya pwede mo siyang gamitin as a first word. Pero yung the, that will be for the last. Okay, last indexing unit natin. So second unit natin is the second word, okay, from the index or from the name, okay? So second unit natin is the, okay? If the second word is and, like yung and symbol, you are extended. I mean, hindi mo siya gagamitin yung and. All you have to do is to spell out, okay, the special symbol na ginamit nila. Kagaya ng and. Lalagay mo dyan A and D. Okay, the third is the second unit of the Miller Corporation is corporation. Okay, and then unit 3, point, Medina, and the unit 4 is grocery corporation. Okay, so dahil nga apat, so tatlo lang si Miller, so tatlo lang yung nakalagay natin doon. Okay, so next natin, that's the rule, mga minor words and symbols in business. Okay, names. Okay, next. Okay, rule number 3, punctuation and possessiveness. Possessive lang pala, walang nest. Sorry. Okay, disregard all punctuation only in your mind. Okay, when indexing personal business names, however, in labeling and the folders, you may write them down. Okay, so ano ba yung natawag natin mga punctuations? Ito yung apostrophe, dash, okay, na punctuations or mga symbols na ginagamit natin within the name of the company or the filing segments natin. So for example, Baba's Foundation. So you remove the Babas. You remove the punctuation of exclamation. Your apostrophe. So you remove the apostrophe and then you write Babas. Okay? So house life, you remove the dash kasi ang dash lang naman is just ang dash kasi is a kind of punctuation na pwedeng gamitin. Pero one word lang naman talaga siya. Okay? Kagaya ng house life. Tanggalin mo yung dash and then you put house life. Okay? So as a key unit. Okay? Huge. Foundation corporation. So tatanggalin mo yung apostrophe. Okay? After S, then you just simply write huge. Okay? North-South foundation. So since meron siyang dash, pagsasamahin mo siya as to one word. North-South foundation. Okay, we have Nutrend, Minimart. Okay, dalawang dash ang ginamit within two word. So all you have to do is to remove, okay, the dash, but you still maintain the capital letter. Okay, you will maintain the capital letter of the word after the dash. So Nutrend and Minimart. So that's how you use punctuation and possessiveness. Okay, next. Rule number 4, single letter and abbreviations rather. Okay, so a personal name's middle initials in personal names are considered separate indexing units. Abbreviation of personal names like WM, dot, colon, just, dot, and brief personal names or nicknames like Dick, Liz are indexed as written. Okay, so we have here the filing segment. The name is Just or Edwards and the Dick W. McNeil. Okay, the key units natin is the Edwards because that is the surname. Okay, and then the second unit is the first name and the third unit is the initial. Okay, single letter abbreviation. Okay, so yan yung mga ginagamit natin. Next natin. Rule 4, single letter abbreviation in a business names. Single letters in business names are indexed as written. If single letters are separated by spaces, index each letter as separate unit. Index acronyms word formed from first few letters of several words such as ARMA. And radio and television stations call letters as one word. Abbreviations like corp or ka or ko, okay, and names at and ATT are indexed as one unit regardless of punctuation or spacing. For example, like filing statement, JM Guzman, Maria Josefina Guzman, LMN Corporation, RRO Registration, and PTK Machine Shop. Okay, the key unit natin is the surname, okay, or the first word, okay, or the main key of the business. Like for example, JM Guzman. So this is a Guzman Corporation. So Guzman. Maria Josefina Guzman. You are addressing to Maria Josefina. That's the major kasi natin is Guzman. LMN Corporation, because the key unit natin is L, because that is the first letter, okay, na ginagamit natin. They have their own abbreviation. Okay, the LRO radio station, so we are using the LRO, and the PTK machine shop, we use PTK as our key unit. And the second unit natin is the second important notes natin is the J, Maria, M, R, which is radio and machine. And the key units natin that we had is the M, Josefina, N, station, and shop. That's addressing to a business. And the last unit is the what? Abbreviation of words of a company, whether it's a corporation, incorporated, or LTD, which is limited partnership or corporation. So nakalagay siya sa unit 4 natin. So it's quite difficult for you for the startup of business names. Okay, when you are filing or indexing a file, but this is applicable not in every business. At least you see that nakikita nyo yung sample, no, how the business files, no, or file their file their documents. Okay, so next we go tayo with rule number 5, titles and suffixes rather, personal names. Okay, so a title before personal name like Dr., Mr., which is a Miss, which is those are addressing to the people. A seniority suffix like the second, the third, or junior, or a professional suffix like MA, which is masteral, MD, which is medical, EDD is for education, and PhD is for doctorate. After the names is the last indexing unit. Okay, numeric suffixes like the second, the third are filed before alphabetic suffixes, junior or senior. If a name contains both title and the suffix, the title is the last unit. Royal and religious titles followed by the by a given name or surname only by Sister Mary are indexed in the file in the same order as written. Or if the person professional title becomes after the name, it is preferred as a suffix for a sample, CPA or MD. Okay, file segment natin. Okay, sample, Ben R. Peralta the second, Ben R. Peralta the third, Ben R. Peralta Jr., and Ben R. Peralta Sr. Ben R. Peralta Sr., that is the pinaka lolo. Okay, no? Pinakamatanda ang Ben R. Peralta Sr., followed by the Ben R. Peralta the third, the second. Hindi. Ben R. Peralta Sr., then followed by Ben R. Peralta Jr., okay, Ben R. Peralta the second, and Ben R. Peralta the third. So that is the last person natin yan. Okay, so the name of segment, filing segment. Olivia R. Peralta, MD, Sister Peralta, yes po. Okay, Miss Joyce De Vera, CPA. Okay, let's go tayo with the index order of units. Key unit natin is the surname. Peralta, Sister, and De Vera. Okay, Sister kasi, ginamit natin siya as a key unit kasi that is the main, kagaya nito, Sister Mary, in-index nila, is because our index file the same person as written. Okay, So kasi wala siyang ginamit as surname, no? In the name. That's why you use the address in the file segment in the index. Okay, hope you are getting the point, no? Nakukuha niyo ba? Baka naman kasi dada ako ng dada dito, hindi naman nakukuha.
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Nakukuha naman, no? Based on the picture naman at saka mga
Opo.
na-explain naman natin, nakukuha. I hope you get the point, no? Mahirap talaga ang trabaho ng isang sekretary. Akala niyo lang patanggap-tanggap lang yan ng papeles. Hindi mayroon din kayong trabaho talaga na magpa-file ng mga documents based on the different rules of filing, no? Start pa lang yan ng magulong ng magulong pag-memorize natin. No, how you put title, or how you file the different titles, okay, of the different documents. So yan yung mga iba't ibang mga rules natin. Okay, and the second unit natin is the name, okay, and the third unit natin is the middle initial, and the fourth unit natin is their suffix. Okay, which is the second, the third, the junior, senior, MD, or Miss. Okay? So next natin, rule number 5 in the business names naman natin. Titles and business names are indexed in the same order by order they are written. Okay? So kung ang business name naman natin is, sa business name natin, it is indexed the same order as written. Hindi kagaya ng mga business names natin, nababaliktad yung mga pangalan based on the keynote. Dito naman, sa rule natin ng titles and suffix based on business names, no? In-indexing nito, same siya, no? Same siya kung paano siya na file segment, same order din siya ng units. Okay, for example, like key units, like D, sister, and on. I mean, the Fangs Cleaner, Sisters Mary Bookstore, and on Patsy's Commercial. So it is ordered, okay, as is in the business names. Okay, pwede mong gamitin yan as rule number 5. Okay, kung ayaw mo na papabalik-baliktad para hindi na malito yung filing, so you can just simply use title and suffix business names that is in order as they are written. Okay, the key unit is D, sister, and aunt, and the filing unit with the, okay, remove the punctuations and the special symbols, remove it. Okay, then you simply write Fangs, Marys, and Patsy's. And then the third word, okay, cleaners, bookstore, commercial. If there are 4, 5, 6, 7 word, you just simply create unit 3, unit 4, unit 5, unit 6, unit 7. Okay, it is not limited to 2 or 3 or 4 columns. No, it is unlimited. Okay, based on the long name of the business. Okay? Kaya pwede kayong gumawa ng index units na may 7 column or kaya may 6 na column. Depende sa mga partners ninyo na company or business. Okay? So next. Okay, so we go tayo with rule number 7. Okay. We will continue our discussion on rule number 7 next week. Napusin natin to next week. Masyado tayo mabilis, ha? Okay, so we will continue our discussion, rule number 7, and we will give some keynotes, how to answer your exams on your final, sa next examination ninyo, Bibigyan ko kayo ng idea kung paano siya sasagutan. Kasi you have a file. Medyo mahaba rin kasi yung gagawin yung activity dito sa ating last. Kasi meron kayong 4, 4 na isang activity, assignments, tapos meron kayong quiz 1. Meron ding activity 1. Okay, meron din yan. So medyo 4. So bigyan ko kayo ng time to read your notes and also to give you a key points, okay, in your exam here in the FOP. So we will continue our discussion next week. Okay, for those who doesn't have still attendance, you can simply click the link that I posted in the comment section, in the chat box, in order for you to get an attendance. Okay, so see you next week. Okay, always. Yes po. Yes po.
Yung ilalagay sa attendance, sir, ano nga yun, sir?
Ano po ilalagay sa attendance?
Topic natin, sir.
Ano ba nakalagay sa attendance? Wait nga. Oh, wala naman nakalagay sa attendance ah. Okay naman siya.
Pwede, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so next week, no, meron pa ulit tayong discussion. Okay, so magtatanong pa ako sa ating pinaka-main admin kung meron pa tayong idadagdag sa lectures natin. Okay, so always stay safe. Always remember you are loved, accepted, and valued. Bye.
Sir?
See you next week. Yes po.
Sir,